Hello, beautiful conscious creators. Welcome and No, this is the wrong introduction. I am supposed to actually be recording the affirmations right now, so I think my brain is in that headspace. But hello, beautiful conscious creators. Thank you for joining me today. What is my introduction? It's too early in the morning to be struggling. More. I hope that you've started your day with nothing short of health, wealth, peace, love, and light as we explore healing and conscious creation together in this space. I hope that you remember to be kind and patient with yourself and your thoughts. You'd think that I haven't used this introduction like a million and one times. Anyway, song recommendation of the day: Asake, lonely at the top. Yes. So where do we begin? Where do we start? What do we start with in order to feel abundance? And what does abundance look like? And how do we even define abundance within ourselves? How do we find the idea of something existing in large quantities? How do we define the within ourselves? How do we define the idea that there is more than enough for all of us? There is more than enough to have the experiences that we desire. There is more than enough money. There are more than enough resources in a world that has always taught us scarcity. You know, economics 101. There's the idea that has been instilled within us that things are scarce. So how do we begin understanding abundance when, we're always consumed? The things that we consume, sometimes even the TV programs that we watch, the information that we receive on our phones. How do we go about saying, okay, irrespective of those things, there is actually abundance in the world? I am in fact abundant. How do you go about saying that you are abundant? Well, for me, it began with just introducing a more intentional, grateful heart. And I've always been grateful. It's just, when you grow up, you're taught to say please and thank you. It's just, good old plain respect, the lessons that you receive from your parents. Well, this is one of the lessons that I received from my parents. They taught me to always say please, always say thank you, because you are receiving things and you get receiving and giving, but there needs to be an understanding of please and thank you, and at some point it's such a norm. Can you hear the baby birds? I get so excited when I hear baby birds. I don't know why. It's so strange. But hello. But please and thank you has always been a norm for me. It's just something, it's common. It's natural. I grew up doing it. It's habit. It's not something that I have to think about in order to do. What changed along the way is the intention of gratitude, the affirmation of gratitude, even for the small things, the intention of choosing to find and be grateful even in circumstances that were less than ideal. I started affirming gratitude because and by being grateful even in the less than appealing circumstances, it created perspective of how abundant there's that word again, how much I have, regardless of some of the circumstances that I may be experiencing. Just, when yes, I've always been grateful, but the intention, being intentional about your gratitude, allowing yourself to feel grateful for those things and saying, yes, I may be going through this, but I'm already so much more than this. I'm already so much more than everything else, that I can find gratitude in those moments. Understanding that you can find, excuse me, my voice, it's so super early in the morning. So, understanding that you can find and be intentional about your gratitude. That's what began this idea of abundance, because it doesn't even begin the idea of abundance, but that's what created a deeper understanding of abundance. That's what began this journey of recognizing that I have more than enough. And it's not to say that I cannot experience more. I'm open to the expansion of and the space of experiencing more, but within the space and the moment that I'm in right now, I understand, I have a knowing that I have so much more. And how I got to this point is also the fact that who you are and the things that you say and the things that you repeat in your subconscious mind, we're not aware of is it the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind? And you just need to get clarity on how to use these two different words. But once you instill these habits and they become so deeply ingrained in your subconscious mind, you attract more of those things that you are affirming, more of those things that are running without your knowing, running in your mind without your knowing and seeing and being constantly aware of them. And once the idea of intentional gratitude becomes so deeply instilled within you, once yes, it becomes a norm, but when you start your affirmations of gratitude, when you start being grateful, it becomes intentional, because it's something that comes to the forefront of your mind in order to affirm the gratitude. And so you begin to attract more of the things that you are grateful for, more of the things that you repeat, more of the things that are constantly running in the back of your mind. And so that's what I wanted to share today. Gratitude through it all. Gratitude, the intention of finding gratitude through the good and the bad, through how life is super cyclical. You'll have the highs and you'll have the lows. It's just a part of life. It is what it is. You'll realize that when you grow up. We all realize that as we grow up, that there's peaks, downfalls. It's part of learning, growing, expanding, and also having a positive mindset. I don't know, anyway, digressing. But starting with gratitude, being intentional about affirming that you are grateful for whatever and all that you have, you begin to see how truly so much more you are. You begin to see the greatness that exists around you. Your eyes shift. The way you approach life, the way your perspective begins to shift, because now you can recognize more, because now you are more aware, and it doesn't have to be the big things. You can start small. You can start by affirming, if you have a great mom, I'm so grateful for my mother. I am so grateful for my toes. I know it's so silly, right? It sounds silly when you start affirming with these small things, but it just opens the room and the awareness of all the other things that you can start being grateful for. So start your day with a grateful heart. These quotes, they come from somewhere. They come from some truth. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. My name is Uba King and I'm your accidental therapist. And also, I'm so grateful to like you guys for returning and showing your support and your love for my channel. And you know, I will grow and I am still consistent, so this is truly super awesome and exciting. Yeah, thank you for listening all the way to the end. Excuse me, my name is Oge and I'm your accidental therapist. Did I do some recommendation? Where I did.